Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I want to talk to you about the things about handbags that drive me so nuts that I can't stand so much that they're deal breakers for me. They're the things that just will stop me buying a bag because I just can't get past them. And I know I've bought a lot of silly bags, and I know I've bought a lot of bags that people would really think, right, you spent how much on that and it does that, right, okay. And I know that I can get on board with most things when it comes to handbags, but there are 5 deal breakers that I just can't get on board with. And the first one is that my phone needs to fit. I know, you watch so many videos now and people will say to you, it doesn't matter if your phone fits because sure, we carry our phones all the time anyway. Yes, sometimes I do carry my phone, sometimes I have my phone in my pocket, but most times I want my phone to fit in my bag. No matter how small it is. The smallest bag I think I have that I use regularly is the Gucci Super Mini down at the bottom there that's multicoloured that you can see, and that fits my phone. It doesn't fit a lot else, but it fits my phone. When I go to concerts, that's a bag I take because it's small and because it's light, but I use it because my phone goes in. So for me, if I am looking at a handbag, especially one that costs this sort of money, if it doesn't fit my phone, I'm not going to buy it. Now I do have one of these. I do have the little Louis Vuitton trunk that is effectively a card holder. Now I love this. This is very sentimental to me. This was a gift. It just carries a lot of feeling to me. And I have at times worn this as well as a bag. So I've kind of worn this like an accessory as well as a bag. I am not rushing out to buy lots of these now because they don't fit my phone. And this one's special, it has a lot of meaning, but I'm not buying a lot of those little tiny I'm that my phone has to go in my pocket. It might ruin my outfit because yes, I can be that superficial. It might stick out, it might not look right. I'm on a bit of a rant and I apologise, but I like my phone to fit in my bag. Number 2, and I'm getting old in my old ranty age, and it's the shoulder drop. Bags need to fit comfortably under one's shoulder for one to buy the bag. Now, for a lot of bags, this is redundant for me because I buy a lot of crossbody bags, or I buy a lot of bags that are to go crossbody. Doesn't matter with bags like the Birkin that I can see here because that's not a shoulder bag. That's not meant to be worn on my shoulder. I'm never going to wear it on my shoulder. I used to be so obsessive on this point that I really only bought bags that went crossbody, but I have evolved. I have grown. I have matured in my handbag buying lifetime, and I now very much appreciate a lot of bags that are not crossbody. The Petite Mals, I love those bags. They have crossbody straps and I very rarely use them. Generally they will always be handheld for me. The Capucines, the one that you can see down here, the Arty Capucines, I bought that feeling some comfort because it had a crossbody strap, and I've never ever used the crossbody strap. I carry the bag handheld. I've grown up. I have grown up. I now can appreciate top handle bags, clutch bags, bags that don't have to go crossbody. But what I don't like and what I can't get on board with appreciating are bags that are meant to be shoulder bags that I can't fit them comfortably. That maybe it's because I'm too big. Maybe it's because my chest area doesn't work, but bags that don't. And I have an example. Saddlebag. I love the saddlebag, but I generally carry the saddlebag handheld. Not the yellow one, still haven't used that again, but I carry my saddlebags generally handheld. Or I will wear the burgundy one quite often with a Louis Vuitton crossbody strap. And I know it's Louis Vuitton and I know it's mixing brands, but I don't care about that because the strap I bought from DIor for the saddlebag is annoying because it's not long enough. So, but these can go under here. That feels a little bit constricted to me. That feels like it's not comfortable. It's not a comfortable drop, and it might just be because I'm too heavy. But if I had been buying this as a shoulder bag, that would annoy the life out of me. If I'd bought this to wear like this, I would find that annoying, and that would have put me off the bag because it doesn't fit comfortably. I did buy the Chanel Classic Flap. Hello. This very expensive bag, which thankfully I did not pay today's prices for. When I bought this bag, I just wanted a Chanel Classic Flap. That was it. This was a goal for me. That's what I wanted. Very uncomfortable. Very, very annoying to use. The strap that comes on this, the chain, does not fit comfortably under my shoulder. Maybe a slimmer person. To me it was up here. Suffocating, constricting, not comfortable. Had I not just been so obsessed on the fact that I wanted a Chanel Classic flap, might have thought that through. But what I did do is send the bag to leather surgeons and get the strap extended. This now fits perfectly, comfortably, love it. Was able to make it work. Also fits comfortably crossbody. See? Comfortably crossbody on me. Oh, as I fall off my chair. Really good length, and I get so much more use out of this bag. Had it just been the shoulder bag the way that it was, yes, I still bought it because I wanted the Classic flap and that's where I was going, but I didn't use it. Very non-usable for me. Didn't like the length, didn't like it on my shoulder on the longer length, couldn't wear it crossbody because the breast gets in the way, couldn't put it under there because it felt like it was up here, so extending the strap made this workable. Nowadays, if I was going to go and spend one of these bags, very, very expensive bags, and I'm thinking that I'm buying it to wear as a shoulder bag, if it's up there with a tight shoulder drop, not happening. Number 3 are very heavy bags. Been there, done it, wore the t-shirt, wrecked my shoulder, had the physio, still get the pain, not doing it. Now, maybe I'm a little heightened on this because I have an old swimming injury and my shoulder can get really painful, but I did the whole Chloe Paddington bag. I did it when I was very young in my 20s. I bought it on eBay. I now would doubt, I don't even know if it was real. It was the heavy, heavy leather Chloe Paddington bag with the big padlock that everybody had. And I loved it and I strutted and it was like carrying a house. It was so heavy. The leather of the bag itself was so heavy. The padlock was so heavy. You put your stuff in, weighed you down. So heavy. And I did it. I persevered because it was beautiful and I was youthful and young. Not doing that anymore. Not doing that to myself anymore. It's so uncomfortable and quite frankly I'm too old. I am not going to spend thousands of pounds on bags to carry on my shoulder or to carry that wreck me and that hurt so much. So very, very heavy bags are out for me now. If they're very heavy when I pick them up without my things in them, imagine what they're going to be like when I put what I need to carry. And when I'm going out I don't carry a lot, but still, no. Heavy, heavy bags, no. Number 4, don't come for me in the comment box. This is just my personal opinion and I respect the personal opinion of many other people who choose to buy these bags. Some of my very, very, very good friends, I would go so far as to say family at the other side of the world, Dale and Meredith, buy these bags. That's their choice. They do not impose on me their views that I should buy these bags. I do not impose on them my views that they shouldn't. I think their bags are beautiful. But personally, I choose not to buy furs or exotics. I do not buy any bags that are fox or mink or any of the other type of fur bags that you can buy, or are they even all classed as furs, but you know what I mean. I do not buy those and I also do not buy exotics. Deb has an ostrich, I think. Meredith has a number of exotics. I think Dale has exotics as well. Again, completely personal choice and I respect their right to buy them. I respect that they love the bags. I don't judge them, they don't judge me. They don't try and tell me that I do need to buy them. Each to their own. We all buy different things. But for me, personally, a deal breaker is that I will not buy a bag if it is fur or mink or skin or whatever. And that's or skin, I was about to say or skin. These are leather. I know that this is something that is a line that everybody has to draw for themselves. A lot of people would probably think it's hypocritical of me to say that I won't buy furs or exotics, but I do buy leather bags. We all have to make peace with our own decisions on this. I think it's something that's very personal. Obviously I buy leather bags, you're looking at them, but I don't buy furs or mink or exotics. There have been times when there have been bags that I have seen and I've thought have been absolutely stunning. The colours have been beautiful, the style, the shape, how it's worked. Something about the bag I have loved, but the only reason I didn't buy it is because it's either been an exotic or a fur, and that's just my personal choice on that. Number 5, and that's a lesson that I've learned pretty recently, and that is size. And I learnt this, I think, when I tried with the Chanel denim bag, which now lives with said sister in Australia, Meredith. It's the pink Chanel denim bag, the decompressed one. Beautiful, lovely, size of jumbo, didn't work, too big. When I wore it, I just didn't. After the initial loving it and being completely convinced by the bag, very quickly I decided I didn't really love the bag, and it was because it was too big for me. It was the size equivalent of a Chanel jumbo. I didn't like it crossbody on my frame. I didn't really love it under my arm. That's not my favourite way to wear bags, is under my arm. And I just think because knowing how I fell out of love with that bag so quickly, I think I just have to accept that those bigger type of bags, Chanel jumbo size, aren't going to work for me. There is the sequenced one I've talked about that I really love and I think is beautiful. I really am drawn to this bag. I'm drawn to the colours and I'm drawn to the fabric, not the fabric, the sequenced and the design that it makes. I think it's stunning. The reason I haven't bought it yet is it's the size equivalent of a jumbo and I just don't think I would really wear it, and I think for me I would get it home and love to look at it, look pretty on shelf, lovely in the decor, but I don't think I would use it because of the size. So I've given up, I think, on jumbo type size bags that are worn crossbody or under your shoulder. They just don't work, and I think I've had to learn that lesson. Those are my 5 deal breakers. I'm going to touch very briefly on price because I do get asked a lot, do you have a limit on what you will spend? I know. When I say that, I see the viewfinder and I'm looking around this room and it makes me laugh. Do I have a limit on what I will spend on a bag? Is price a deal breaker for me? Obviously it is in some stages or some cases. The Mini Kelly, I've talked about that at length. The cost of the Mini Kelly on the resale market, although some have come down and you lovely people sent me examples of that, still prohibitive. I'm still not buying one. It's still too much money for me to spend on the Mini Kelly. That is a deal breaker. But obviously I've spent some silly amounts of money on bags, and I'm going to copy Meredith in this. Meredith, I think, explains this very well. Meredith says that worth of the bag is worth dependent on your pocket and your wallet, and I don't think there's been truer words spoken. And she said this in one of her videos. I'll link her channel. I can't remember which video it is because I watched nearly all her videos, but it was one about that the bag, it's what it's worth to you. So what I will spend on a bag might not be what you would spend on a bag. There's bags, there is a bag that I have bought that Meredith hasn't bought. And Meredith didn't buy because she didn't think it was worth the price. I've bought the same bag because I thought it was worth the price. Now we're two very similar taste, love our bags. Meredith has obviously a much bigger collection, but we both buy bags and we would buy bags that a lot of people think are very expensive and too much money. But here is one example. It was worth it to me, I bought it. It wasn't worth it to Meredith, she didn't. And that's what I think she explains worth so well for. For me, I will look at some bags and they will cost a certain amount of money and I will buy it and pay it because I think that particular bag is worth it. There'll be other bags at the same price that I love, but I won't be able to get on the board with the price with, and I won't. So it's very particular and specific. It'll depend if it's worth it to me and if it's that particular bag. So do I say that price is a deal breaker? Yes, when it gets very, very, very high, like those Mini Kellys we're talking about. And yes, for specific bags, if it's a bag that the price, even though I've spent the same price on another bag, but when I look at this specific bag, it's not worth it for that bag for me, if that makes sense. I don't know if I am explaining that very well, but that's how my crazy handbag buying mind works when it comes to whether or not price is a deal breaker. So these are my 5/6, kind of an added bonus at the end, deal breakers for handbag buying. Do you have any things about handbags that are deal breakers that you just won't buy them, just won't get on board with, and it's a big, big no? If you do, let us know in the comment box. Thank you so much for watching this. If you have enjoyed it, please do give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please do consider subscribing. And if you're not done with me yet, I'm going to leave another video for you on the screen to enjoy. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching me. Please take care, and I will see you again in the next one.